Hey Scorpio, thanks for coming to my channel. My name is Elsie. You have reached 10 of Cups Tarot. If you meant to come here, good for you, because that's where you ended up. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. And Scorpio, if you have not been here before, I really think that after listening to this reading and reading all the great comments, you're probably just going to want to hit the subscribe button, just because we have such a great group of people here, and a large group of them are Scorpios. So you can also hit that bell down at the bottom right there, and I will notify you when I upload, rather than you trying to keep track of me. Okay? All right. So I am using my Tarot Grand Lux today, and we are doing a reading for February. February, the first half, for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the sign of Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the sign of Scorpio, please. Goddesses, Archangel Michael, guides and angels. Angels of the pure white light. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the sign of Scorpio. Just going to cut here. First card I draw is the overall energy for the reading, and then we will go forward with 5 cards for the recent past. First card we get, overall energy, is King of Wands. That's not a bad energy to be in, actually. The King of Wands is very confident. Very confident. He's very passionate about all things that he does. He's a business owner. He runs a business. He looks good. He smells good. Yeah, that's not a bad energy to be in the energy of being passionate about things. Everything, in fact. And not just passionate about passion. Okay, here we go. 5 cards. All right, so in the near past, I see that you took a leap of faith. Or you're taking a leap of faith. So I don't know how far in the past this is, but maybe you're ready to take a leap of faith and it hasn't caught up with you yet, Scorpio. But I do see that you started with the Fool here, and then you immediately go into heartbreak mode here. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if that's just maybe you're just sort of over having to wait for so long. That could be. I'm showing here that we have the 8 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands is fast-moving energy, passionate messages. So you could have started something new with somebody and found out they weren't your person, but they keep texting you, or you keep texting them, or the messages keep going back between the two of you, back and forth between the two of you, but neither one of you is sure that this is what you want. Neither one of you is sure whether you want the new start or not. I feel like this is a feeling of not only heartbreak, but some confusion about the Fool here. And as the messages keep coming in back and forth, I think that a lot of things are taken out of context when we text. And so this could be causing some of that heartache as well. The Hierophant is here. So the Hierophant, we know, is, it can be about marriage, about clergy, about corporation. It could be about a counselor, someone who's an authoritarian. You might be married, Scorpio. I think you're married. And you want to speak up, but you haven't yet. So let me just look at these here. Yeah, I feel as though you want to speak up to the person that you're with right now, and you want to tell them that the marriage is over, that you're not interested in being in this union anymore. And it's breaking your heart. So that accounts for the new start breaking your heart. So you've manifested this new start, which is moving really quickly, messages back and forth between you and your newly intended. In the meantime, there's a marriage or or unfinished business here that needs to be taken care of. And that is the thing that's breaking your heart, I think. That you've realized now, since you've had this new start, this passionate new start, that you are kind of done. You're kind of done in your relationship. Spirit is telling me that it wasn't intended to be that way, that it was intended to be a fling, and then that was it, that your intention wasn't to get into a new relationship, but it didn't happen that way. So, yeah. Bottom of the card is the Devil. You're feeling chained to something, you know, quite literally chained, perhaps to this marriage or this union, whatever this union is here. You could be feeling like you're chained to a religion. Absolutely, it could be. This is about the Hierophant is about, you know, religion. It's also about doing the right thing. It's about faith. If you speak up to your bishop or your guy that heads up your congregation and tell him that you're no longer with this person, I think, will they kick you out of the church maybe? I feel like you're afraid to speak up about this relationship that has started, the one that you want to end, that you're hesitant to speak up. You do have to, though. It's right here. Like the Queen knows exactly what to say. She has good words. So I have a feeling that you're going to have to speak up to somebody and let them know what's up. All right, so we're going into the current energies here. I show the Knight of Swords, the willy-nilly knight, right? The guy that just comes in and busts through the door and pushes everyone over and says, "That's mine." You know, he doesn't care. He doesn't care who's at the wedding. He doesn't care who's been married. He just kind of blows right in and says, "This is where I am. This is what I want. You come here." And that could be what blew up your marriage. You weren't expecting to feel this way about your new start. And when that person came in and whisked you off your feet and said, "Hey, look what I've got. The sun. Everything is going to be wonderful with me. It's going to be, you know, everything will be illuminated. Everything, you know, there's no guesswork with me. I'm going to tell you exactly what's on my mind. I am the Knight of Swords, by the way, and I speak my mind. I will maybe hurt you once in a while with that, but this is what I'm here to give you. I'm here to give you everything illuminated. I'm here to give you the warmth of the sun and everything happy and blooming and all the creative stuff that blooms under it." But you feel like there's secrets, something that you've missed. You feel like there's something that you've missed in the background. And so it's time to go in and think about that. All of this happened really quickly. And I think it caught you off guard. I think it caught you off guard because you went along with it like the king would, right? The King of Passion. You went along with it, and then it wasn't until after the encounter had happened that you had figured out that you weren't really as serious about your marriage as you thought you were. So I do see you as going in for some healing. This High Priestess, though, so the High Priestess is the card of Pisces, and she is very intuitive. So this could read a couple of ways. So first of all, maybe you're intuitive and you understand the impact of what you've just done. Or you are going into the Four of Swords so you can rest and heal and connect to Source. And that's probably a good idea. Actually, it's never a bad idea. So yeah, I feel as though there's someone who has raised your temperature. Someone who has come along that you didn't expect. Someone caught you off guard, caught you by surprise. And the passion caught you by surprise. The feelings that you had for them caught you by surprise. I feel like you moved on this really quickly. And now you're kind of in the Four of Swords energy, resting, relaxing, and trying to figure out what just happened and what exactly the implications are at this point. All right. Okay, so that was the current energy. Going into the future, I do see some stability. So maybe the person wasn't lying. I do see stability. The King of, sorry, the King of Pentacles, right? And the King of Pentacles he's the actuary, he's the accountant, he's the guy who keeps track of the money, and he's very good with his money. So he's very abundant, and he's very stable in his abundance. Then I see the Emperor here. We might as well just jump to the Emperor Scorps while we're at it, right? So I think with this Emperor energy, though, I think you really want to take, I think you want to take action. I think you want to take hold of this whole situation and make sense of it. Because it happened so quickly, I think that you immediately went into the Four of Swords because you were like, whoa, what just happened here? I thought I was in a marriage. And then all of a sudden, this person came, whisked you off their feet, and no longer is there, you know, on your side, is there a marriage really? So I feel like you're there to take charge, to take on this, to protect it, to, you know, stand out front and say, you know what, this is my choice and this is what I'm going to do. But I feel like this other person really gave you reciprocity. You really have been, yeah, you really feel a really good give and take from this new person that you haven't felt in your marriage. That can happen when a marriage is, how do you say, when it gets into a longer area of the marriage, you know, 20 years-ish, you know, you can get to a point where start taking each other for granted. Nobody's doing the reciprocity things. One of you gets exhausted, and then, you know, that's what happens. I show you as being a little defensive in that energy. As you take control of all of the things that have been going on, I feel as though the Emperor is very defensive. And when the Emperor is defensive, it's not good. It's not good at all. The Emperor is a pretty strong energy. It's someone who just does the things that they want to do, and they do it right now. They see the end result and they just want to get to the finish line. So the feeling defensive a little bit, that card, that Seven of Wands, is touching the Hierophant, which is the marriage card. It's also touching the High Priestess and the Sun, though. So that tells me that maybe you're going to have to defend yourself against someone, or you feel as though you're defending yourself against people who are religious, maybe churchgoers, maybe your family is a religious family. That could be that you're almost defending yourself against Source itself. Okay, let's go into the next three cards for the future. That was 4. Here is 7. Yep, you're tired. You're exhausted. I think you're ready to figure it out. I think you're ready to go into hermit mode here, and you're ready to figure out what's coming next. I think you're going to go wherever the love is. I don't know if it's the passionate love that just happened here or the marriage itself, but you're going to make a choice, and it's going to be based on love and the feelings that you feel for the person, your person, either your new person or your marriage person. Yep, this is intended love. It's intended by the universe. So, let me take a look here, though. I've got love. I've got intended love. Both of them here. I have you as being exhausted. I also, though, have you here showing that you want to take a pentacle into your love. And so the Knight of Coins, of course, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. I think that you've been slowly thinking about leaving a relationship, and that you've been trying to manifest that. And now is the time, I think. Please remember, this is a general reading. This is not a personal reading, but you can resonate with it, I'm sure. But the thing is that I feel as though the Scorpio I'm speaking with is intuitive, is creative, is perhaps the mother or a father. I do show these two together, mother and father. So if you're planning on either maybe going towards your soulmate or breaking it off with your soulmate, I feel as though pretty strongly though that I think that the relationship or the union that you're in is done, because I do see that you are taking a new start here, and I do see that it's a new start that breaks your heart, and that tells me that you're just looking for someone who is that, not that you're looking for someone, but you're looking to go to that person that you met in the passionate time, but you didn't. I think your intention was just to have a fling, and it didn't happen that way. I think you fell in love. Okay, that's all I've got for you. Oh, you know what I should do before we go? I got the Spirit Animal Oracle deck in the mail yesterday. So I am going to draw one Spirit Animal Oracle here. We have one card, please, for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the sign of Scorpio, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the sign of Scorpio for February 2020. Well, we got two. I've got the Skunk Spirit. It says, know your worth, which is kind of, you know, about this reading. And the Seahorse Spirit, which is watch and wait. So knowing your worth, of course, is, you know, something we really don't have to read about. Although because it's a new deck, I am going to look at the cards themselves and just see what the author is saying about them. 54. Skunk Spirit, know your worth. It says, what do you value? What do you believe in? What is your best, most authentic self on display? Skunk Spirit comes in as a reminder that you can be proud of who you are and what you have accomplished. Know your worth. Not everyone will agree with you or share your values. Not everyone will agree with you or share your values. Share your values. But you can walk with your head high, knowing that when you express your integrity, others can feel your authenticity. And will be inspired by it. Be who you are. If your reputation precedes you, good. You have much to be proud of, and Skunk Spirit wants you to be your best self, the true you. That's know your worth. Wow. Yeah. And then watch and wait is a seahorse, which is 53. It says, hovering gracefully, the seahorse observes with the perspective of one who is not engulfed by the drama, remaining at a distance from all the turbulence. Seahorse Spirit appears at this time to remind you of the need to be neutral and gain perspective. Your message from Seahorse Spirit is not my circus, not my monkeys. Spirit wants you to know that even if you are tempted to jump into the fray and try to fix things, the best way to serve yourself and others right now is to remain calm and simply watch and see. All right, so I have a feeling that there is some tumultuous times going on for you, Scorpio, and that you need to figure out what you're doing. You need to either figure out if you're staying in your relationship or if you're out of your relationship, because really kind of being halfway in, halfway out isn't fair to anyone, not you and not anyone in your life. So I hope that resonated for somebody. If you have any comments for me, please leave them below. If you need a reading yourself, you can go to, or you can email me, elsie@tenofcupstarot.ca. Just let me know what you want. And by the way, I'm carrying through the readings, the 15-minute readings, if that's what you're interested in. I'm carrying those through for the month of February for you. So just check down below for any information about this reading or about further readings and personal readings. All right, guys, gonna go. Thank you for coming by again. And thank you for pressing that subscribe button. Thanks for liking and sharing. Okay, bye-bye.